We have multiple aircraft here that are part of the continuous bomber presence. So we have the KC-135, our air refuelers, and then we also have the B-1 bomber back there that provides our strategic deterrence out here in Guam, which is PACAF's #1 priority there is to be able to fight tonight. And that's why we have these aircraft here. We also are always working with our allies and partners, and that's why you'll see other aircraft on this ramp that are not assigned to Andersen right now.
I'm sorry, can you also introduce your name and rank?
Sure. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Occhiuzzo. I'm the Deputy Operations Group Commander here at Andersen Air Force Base.
All right. Can you tell us about the base operations right now? That's what you're here to talk about, right? Is it business as usual?
So the continuous bomber presence, we've been here since 2004. We operate on a daily basis. This airfield is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So for continuous bomber presence, is that mainly the B-1 or also other bombers?
Right, it's a constant rotation between the B-1, B-52s. B-2s come out here as well. And really what that does is provides the ability for all the units in the United States to train the bombers in North Dakota and South Dakota and Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and Louisiana and in Texas. So it gives everyone the opportunity because Andersen Air Force Base, Guam, is such an ideal place to train.
So what, can you tell us what bombers are here right now as far as the continuous bomber presence? Is it just the B-1s?
It's just the B-1s right now that are here.
About how many?
I can't disclose that information.
Can you say what, like units? What units?
So right now we did have a swap out. Dyess Air Force Base just left after being here since February, and Ellsworth from South Dakota just arrived here about 7 days ago.
Can you say how many B-1s are deployed here?
No, I can't tell that how many either.
Can you say why this continuous bomber presence is important for the U.S. Air Force?
Well, again, it's important because they enable us to provide our #1 mission, which is prepared to fight tonight, prepared to prevail. Again, we've been doing this for 13 years, and again, it sends a message, deters our adversary, and it reassures our allies and partners in the Pacific here. And it's such an ideal staging base because we are obviously closer to mainland Asia than we are to the continental United States, and that really helps us as a staging ground to joint service interoperability, other ally interoperability. As you saw the other day, we had we did an exercise with Japan. We did an exercise with South Korea. Right now, there's a Guam exercise going on right now. It's within the United States Navy, New Zealand, Australia, and Japan.
Okay, so this is a routine exercise training ongoing? Is there routine exercise or routine training going on right now?
There is, and we train every day. We are always our readiness, and that's what makes us ready to fight tonight because we have this power projection here right behind us. We couldn't do that power projection without having those bombers and those tankers here. We are resilient, and again, we have this high readiness that we are constantly training, prepared for anything. We don't train for a specific threat, we don't train for a specific scenario, but we are training always with our allies, with our partners.
Can you tell us about some of the capabilities of the B-1?
The B-1 has multiple capabilities. Obviously it's a bomber, so it carries bombs. It has gravity bombs, it has GPS guided bombs, it also has standoff bombs. So we don't necessarily have to get directly over the target to drop.
What's a standoff bomb?
A standoff weapon is a weapon that they can launch and pretty much leave from X amount of distance. So a gravity bomb, you'd have to be pretty much right over the target, right? A GPS guided bomb, you don't have to be as accurate because GPS will hook in and then guide the bomb. But a standoff weapon, you just fire, miles and miles off wherever you're at, wherever the target's off of. If that makes sense. Any other questions on that?
Can these carry nuclear weapons?
The B-1s who are out here right now cannot carry, they are not nuclear capability, but the B-52s and the B-2s that come out here, part of the continuous bomber presence, are nuclear capability, are nuclear capable.
Anyone else?
Any other questions?
Just one point of technicality here. Let's say there is something that happens that warrants a response. Can you give us something like a time frame how fast you can actually get something going?
So again, we are always at a constant state of readiness, and the majority of the people here, we live here. So I live here, my wife lives here, my 2 daughters live here, my son lives here. We go to Tumon Bay. My son they go to school here. We go to Jeff's Pirates Cove. So we obviously have a vested interest in here, and we feel safe here right now. And that's what this continuous bomber presence does. It assures our allies and deters our adversaries there. Secretary of State Honorable Tillerson just came the other day, right? And he said, right now there is no imminent threat from North Korea here.
But you're saying a response would be immediate, or?
Can you provide any details on the nature of the training happening right now?
Of nature of training? Well, momentarily you're going to see two B-1s take off on a mission. Obviously, I can't tell you what they're doing or where they're going, but we are training every day, all the time, just so we're ready. We're always prepared to prevail and to fight tonight. Okay.
Test, good? All right, we're good.
Hey, again, I just want to thank you all for coming out here, and I just want to reemphasize that the people of Guam are part of Team Andersen. The grandfathers, the fathers, the sons and daughters, the civil service men and women, the guardsmen, the Air National Guards. The only reason these bombers can get bombs on target is because of the tankers. The only reason the tankers could get bombs on target, refuel, is because of the maintenance, the support that they get from the base, and that the people from Guam support though. So the people that fly the aircraft and the people of Guam, they are just as important as the folks that fly the aircraft, and we could not get the mission done without the people of Guam.